जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी कुंज बिहारी जयं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकचर्यो स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमद्शिल भय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम की समवेत भक्तवृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि. All glories to the assembled one. All glories to the assembled one. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vandeham Shri Guru Srijutapadakammalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanmitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakhanmitamsha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva Cha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Anandalila Maya Vigrahaya Himabhadibhya Chabisundaraya Tasmai Mahapremarasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Madeka Bandhu Matsangin Madguru Manmahadhana Mannistaraka Madbhagya Madananda Namastute. Asadhu sadhutadayin ati necha chataraka Hanamancha kadachinmam premnarit kanthaya spuram. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this morning we are reading from Canto 3, Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy, text number 40 and 41. 41 on the board. Thank you. So, I will read text number 40, then we can recite together text number 41. Ya etena pumān nityaṁ stutvā stotreṇa maṁ bhajet tasyāśu samprasīdeyaṁ sarva-kāma-vareśvaraḥ. Translation: any human being who prays like Brahmā and who thus worships me shall very soon be blessed with the fulfillment of all his desires. For I am the Lord of all benediction. Small purport. The prayers offered by Brahmā cannot be chanted by anyone who desires to fulfill his own sense gratification. Such prayers can be selected only by a person who wants to satisfy the Lord in his service. The Lord certainly fulfills all desires in regard to transcendental loving service, but he cannot fulfill the whims of nondevotees. Even when such casual devotees offer him the best of prayers. So now we can together recite text number 41 on the board. Purtena tapasa jagyai danair yoga samadhina radham nishreyasam pumsam matpriti stutvā Purtena tapasa jagyair danair yoga samadhina radham nishreyasam pumsam matpriti stutvā Purtena tapasa jagyair danair yoga samadhina radham nishreyasam pumsam matpriti stutvā. Please repeat. Mataji's. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Purtena, by traditional good work. Tapasa, by penances. Yajnahi, by sacrifices. Danahi, by charities. Yoga, by mysticism. Samadhina, by trance. Radham, success. Nityam, ultimately beneficial. Pumān, of the human being. Mat, of me. Priti, satisfaction. Tat, expert transcendentalist. Matam, opinion. Translation: it is the opinion of expert transcendentalists that the ultimate goal of performing all traditional good works, penances, austerities, sacrifices, charities, mystic activities, trances, etc., is to invoke my satisfaction. Purport: there are many traditionally pious activities in human society, such as altruism, philanthropy, nationalism, internationalism, charity, sacrifice, penance, and even meditation in trance, and all of them can be fully beneficial only when they lead to the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The perfection of any activity, social, political, religious, or philanthropic, is to satisfy the Supreme Lord. This secret of success is known to the devotee of the Lord, as exemplified by Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. As a good, non-violent man, Arjuna did not want to fight with his kinsman, but when he understood that Krishna wanted the fight and had arranged it at Kurukshetra, he gave up his own satisfaction and fought for the satisfaction of the Lord. That is the highest decision for all intelligent men. One's only concern should be to satisfy the Lord by one's activities. If the Lord is satisfied by an action, whatever it may be, then it is successful. Otherwise, it is simply a waste of time. And that is the standard of all sacrifice, penance, austerity, mystic trance, and other good or pious work. So in this section of Srimad Bhagavatam, we are hearing about the first born living being, Brahmā, how he attained success in receiving benediction from the Supreme Personality of Godhead just before he started his work of creation. So before he started his creation, he was confused. He didn't know what to do. So therefore he meditated on the Supreme Lord. Then when Lord appeared before him, you have already heard, he had offered very beautiful prayer. And the Supreme Lord, he became very pleased with Lord Brahma's prayers. Then, now, in these verses, the Supreme Lord is talking to Brahma. So here, in this verse, in text number 40, Lord says that any human being who prays like Brahma and who thus worships me shall very soon be blessed with the fulfillment of all his desires, for I am the Lord of all benedictions. That means Lord is very categorically, he is giving this message to us. Any activities undertaken with a desire to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is the way of success for a human being. So that is the theme following in text number 40 and 41. And here, especially when Lord says, any human being who offers prayer unto him like how Brahma did. Very nicely, Prabhupada, he has summarized the essence. He says, such prayers can be selected only by a person who wants to satisfy the Lord in his service. Then he says, the Lord certainly fulfills all desires in regard to transcendental loving service, but he cannot fulfill the whims of non-devotees, even when such casual devotees offer him the best of prayers. That means this prayer cannot be chanted by somebody who is just simply desirous for his own sense gratification. So Lord fulfills all the desire of his sincere devotee who offers him prayers. But then we can, ask this question, is it necessarily so that anyone as a devotee approaches the Lord, he does not have any material desire? Of course, the answer would be no. How many of us sitting in this room, if we take a kind of statistics, that we are free from the material desires and we are 100% dedicatedly willing to serve the Lord for his satisfaction? At least from my side, I can tell, I am not in that platform. I am not in that level yet. Of course, it is up to the individual to take a decision on their own. But when we see such kind of instructions, we should not feel demotivated. Why? The Bhagavatam Siddhantas, philosophy, the conclusive understanding of Srimad Bhagavatam has to be understood by taking in considerations of the different subject matters which is taught in entire Srimad Bhagavatam. Holistic approach is essential. So therefore, even though here it is said, he cannot fulfill the whims of non-devotees, of course, it is in regard to fulfilling the transcendental loving service, the desire of the devotees who are inclined to be engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, आमी विज्ञ এই मूर्खे विषय केने देबो स्वचरणामृत दिया विषय भुलाएबो. So the concept have been defined in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where the demigods they pray satyam disatyarthitamarthita nityaṁ naivarthatajat punararthitājatah swayam vidhatti bhajatam anicchatam ichchāpidhanam nijapada pallavam satyam disatyarthitam arthita nityaṁ. People they approach the Supreme Lord with their materialistic appeal. They have so many desires, they want to get their desires fulfilled. And here it is said, Satyam Disatya. It is obvious that people will approach the Lord for the fulfillment of their material desires. Naivarthatajat punararthitājata. This is very important point. Lord fulfills the desires of the devotee. The material desires are fulfilled by the Lord. But here, a notation has to be taken that the material desire of a devotee who is approaching to the Supreme Lord is being fulfilled by the Supreme Lord, not in the way a demigod will fulfill the material desire of their worshipper. That means he does not bestow benedictions upon the devotees that will cause him to demand more benedictions. When a materialist approaches the demigod, their begging propensity is being enhanced. It's not wiped out. But our all merciful Lord, He fulfills, He gives the benediction upon His devotee in such a way that they will not demand more benedictions from Him. Wow! Swayam vidhatte bhajatam anicchatam. Even if they don't want, still He Himself, out of His own sweet will, He is giving. What He is giving? Ichchāpidhanam nijapada pallavam. He is giving the shelter at His own lotus feet. And what is it happening? What does that lotus feet do? It's very nicely said. Pidhan. In Sanskrit, pidhan means a material which is used to cover the top portion of a vessel. Imagine there is a earthen vessel, then there is a opening on top, right? If there are so many snakes inside that vessel and you are being troubled by the snake, best thing is that there is no other way to escape. Okay, cover it up so that they don't get opportunity to come up, right? So here, our heart is like an earthen pot, and which also have a mouth on top. And Krishna, He gives His lotus feet. This lotus feet acts like a pidhan, like a covering. And all the snake-like material desires are already finished now. They don't have any way to come out. Ichcha pidhanam nijapa. Actually, the meaning is, when Lord averts His lotus feet, अन्य कामी यदि करे कृष्णेर भजान ना मागिले हो कृष्ण तारे देन स्वचरण. Even if somebody approaches Krishna with material desire, even though he does not want devotional service, still Krishna, He gives the opportunity to the devotees to be engaged in His service. Why? Krishna kahe ama bhaje mage vishay sukh, amrit chhade bish mage ei bado murkh. Krishna is thinking, he is coming to me and he is asking poison. Vishaya sukh. Vishaya means actually bisha, poison. He is thinking what is not going to save his life, instead is going to kill his life. but he is begging me that. I am not a foolish person like him. He is a foolish man. He does not know what is good for him. Amrita chhadi bish mage. He doesn't want nectar. Rather, he is begging for poison. Just imagine if your child approaches you and he does not know there is the poison in your hand. Papa, Papa, my dear father, give me, I want to drink, I am feeling very thirsty. No father will give it. What to speak of father? Any sane man cannot give poison to even an enemy also. How? How can you give poison to somebody? You know he is going to be dead by drinking it. No, you cannot give it. So Krishna says, Amrita chhadi bish mage ei bada murkh. Ami bigyo ei murkhe vishay kene devo so charanamrita diya bushay bhulaiva. So Krishna is saying, I will give him the shelter of my lotus feet, the devotional service. In that way, I will make him forget about these material desires, material benedictions that he is seeking to be happy. Therefore, when one is engaged in serving Krishna, by Krishna rase, he gets a taste of devotional service. This whole process has been very nicely narrated in Bhagavad Gita. Right? That is what in the next verse, Lord says, Purtena tapasya yajna dana yoga samadhina. Whether somebody is engaged in purta karma, Prabhupada says it as traditional good work. Traditional good work means normally these pious activities, philanthropic activities, altruistic activities. People go out in the village, they dig well, they make road, they plant trees, they distribute clothes, they build house. Purta karma. Tapasya. By penance. Those who are jnanis, they take the process of penance. Also, there are yajnik Brahmans who perform different sacrifices. There are rich people who undertake charitable activities. And also there are mysticisms. But, radham nishreyasam pumān. The ultimate benefit out of performance of such good works can be attained when these activities are performed with a desire to satisfy the Supreme Lord. Sometimes people say that we Vaishnavas live in the society, we take benefit from the society, but we don't give anything. Actually, the Vaishnavas have the perfect understanding of the society. The benefit what we are getting with proper consciousness, only Vaishnavas take those benefits from the society, from the nature. Other people, they do not know this. That's why when they are living in this world, while being engaged in so many different types of activities, externally say that they are actually giving a lot to the society, they are rescuing the society from the dangers. In fact, they are the cause of the destruction of the society. On the other hand, when an Vaishnava, he has perfect Krishna consciousness and he knows how to perform these activities, he rescues himself and also he sets an example for the people in the society to follow him, who also can ultimately get liberated by following their examples. These are all, what do you say, laukika karma, right? A Vaishnava also sometimes performs some laukika karma, right? Like Prabhupada, one time, see, we are not just living in the world of philosophy. We live on philosophy. Means we translate the philosophy to our life. One devotee once approached Srila Prabhupada. He said, Prabhupada, our philosophy says when you see a drowning man, you don't rescue the man, because if you go there anyway, even if you don't rescue him, the soul, there is no death for the soul. And if you go, you may just rescue the dress. So what is the use of rescuing the dress? So according to our philosophy, there is no need to rescue a drowning man. Right? Philosophically speaking, yes, there is no death for the soul. Why are you so concerned about saving the dress? Then Prabhupada said, for example, you are walking on the street, you see somebody is being drowned, and you can definitely rescue him, but you didn't want to, and you just walked away. Then after some time, that person was found dead, and then people saw, here is a Vaishnava, he was walking on, that boy, got drowned in the pond, and he didn't rescue him. So Prabhupada said, yes, philosophically this is true, that there is no death for the soul, but there is another consideration called loko vichar, public sentiment. Sometimes when living in the society, you cannot blindfold the people who are living in the society, thinking you are in a very high class platform. No, you have to also see the public sentiment, right? So therefore, when we are engaged in certain kind of activities, for example, for deha jatra, for the maintenance of the body and our family members, nowadays people are engaged in different kind of activities. Not that they are all Vaidika karma. You tell me, a computer engineer, he goes to early in the morning to his office and he is engaged with the computer to write the software planning, for a company. What to do with this Vaidika karma? He's just, performing some, activities to get his livelihood, right? So, how is it? So the point is, a devotee is thinking, by the grace of Krishna, I am engaged in such and such activity, and the result I get from this activity, I am supposed to maintain on Krishna's behalf the family members which have been assigned to me by Krishna. Actually, Krishna is maintainer. I am doing this service on his behalf. You see, a karmi is thinking, I am going to the office, I am earning money, he comes back home, he starts chastising his wife, children, everybody, what wrong thing they have done. Because I am maintaining you. Huh? How do you dare to speak like this? Huh? Right? Karmi people, they will do that. But therefore it is said that Radham nisriyasam pumān mat pritis tattvin matam. When these activities are undertaken for my satisfaction, means for Krishna's satisfaction, then that is the mata of the tattvavit, opinion of the great transcendentalists. And that is how he can be rescued from this materialistic life, from the dangers of this world. So, in this section, Lord Narayana, he very clearly mentioned to Brahmā that everybody should go to him for the fulfillment of their desires, but the mood should be again correct. And when people are engaged in performing this purta karma, tapasya, yajna, dana, yoga, samadhi, those activities must be performed for the satisfaction or as an offering to the personality of Godhead. Then One only concern should be to satisfy the Lord by one's activities. If the Lord is satisfied by an action, whatever it may be, means whether it is laukika karma or vaidika karma, whatever it may be, then it is successful. Otherwise, it is simply a waste of time. Yesterday, Srimad Jayapadaka Swami Maharaj, he visited our campus. We have a group of devotees from Europe. They are currently visiting, and we are conducting a Bhakti Yoga retreat program. So they are kind of mostly new people. And Maharaj, he asked them, any question? So one person, he asked this question. He said, please tell us something about what you were doing before you joined Krishna consciousness. He is such a beautiful, he said, I just wasted my time. Such a brilliant answer, right? To the point. I wasted my time. What do you want to know from me? No, I am here to tell you something about Krishna. Ask me. Why you want to know about when I was wasting my time? I mean to say, to speak in such a way also, the devotee needs to have that kind of level of maturity in Krishna consciousness. It's not a kind of, very easily you can see Prabhupada is saying, otherwise it is simply a waste of time. Whatever we didn't know before joining Krishna consciousness how to conduct our life. That means that's a waste of time. This is the standard of all sacrifice, penance, austerity, mystic trance, and other good and pious work. Okay, so I think we should conclude here this Bhagavatam study. So today is also the appearance day of Srila Madhvacharya. We belong to this Brahmā Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So it is our duty to glorify, remember Madhvacharya on this auspicious day. We know Madhvacharya is an incarnation of wind god, Vayu. And he was born in 1238 AD in a village near Udupi, Pajaka, something like that, right? Pajaka, yeah, village. And from his childhood, he had a very good physique, because incarnation of Vayudev, Bhim, right? Bhim is also an incarnation of Vayu. So he had similar bodily structure like Bhima, and from childhood he would perform many Herculean tasks, bringing joy to the people he lived with. He could wrestle, run, jump, swim, like children they do, and it was very pleasing and attractive to people. So people, by seeing his active participation in such activity, they gave him a nickname, Bhima, in childhood. And he performed many miraculous tasks. But when he performed, mostly after he took actually sannyas, he got Upanayana. He was born in a Brahman family, and he got Upanayana Sanskar at the age of 5. In some scripture says at the age of 11, some other opinion says at the age of 16, he took sannyas. Anyway, he took sannyas at a very early age. And after he took sannyas, he Achyuta Preksha, right? The sannyas guru, spiritual master's name, Achyuta Preksha, if I am not mistaken. Anyway, after he took sannyas, Achyuta Preksha, yes. His name became Purna Prajna. Purna prajna means one with complete knowledge. Prajna means knowledge. And also very soon, through his scholastic approach and his way of reading scripture, bring him to a platform where everybody recognized him as Ananda Tirtha, and later he became Madhvacharya. And as Madhvacharya, he was traveling all across India from north to south. He visited many places in India and he was preaching very boldly this Dvaita Matavad, Dvaita Siddhanta. Before him, the Mayavadis, they have already covered India with Advaita Siddhanta, but he actually gave commentary to Vedanta Sutra and extensively preached across India and established this Dvaita school. He, before started this, while he was traveling, one time he came to a place that is near Tamil Nadu, and with his danda, he created some water source and he helped one pregnant woman drink the water. You see, such a miraculous work he performed. You also know this Udupi Krishna, how he got. One time he was on the Malpe, on the Malpe beach. He was walking and composing a hymn. While composing this hymn, he saw in the middle of the ocean a ship. A ship was troubled with hurricane. It was about to sink. And then he just standing on the bank, he waved his hand like this. And that's how he rescued the ship from being sinked. And then the captain of the ship, he understood that this man, he actually rescued our ship. And then when he came back to the shore, he gave him a present. What is that present? A chunk of tilak, mati, you can say. And then when he broke it, it was broken, then he found a beautiful deity of Krishna. That is Udupi Krishna, is still there. And for the protection of this Udupi Krishna, he established 8 mathas. This is also a very instructive lesson for all of us. You see, he preached the philosophy, at the same time he established the mathas, and centered around this Udupi Krishna, there are total 8 mathas he established, and also he established the administration system also. In brief, his administration system was, in each matha there was a mathadhish. One sannyasi, swami, and the system is rotating system. He cannot be there as mathadhish lifelong. He will be there for some time. They have, I don't want to go into their management system because this is not a management class. So they will keep on rotating. Also they have very nice system, because the monks, the sannyasis, they are mostly serving as a spiritual guide for the disciples. That means they are not supposed to be overloaded with the day-to-day managerial activities. So that means there is a proper standard system, and the Swami is there. Then they give their guidance understanding as per the scripture, and matters are being managed, devotees are also happy. So in that way, that is to center around the service of the Udupi Krishna actually. He established these matters to ensure that Udupi Krishna service is not hampered. That is the idea. And while he was traveling to North India, he came to Badrinath, and it is said that he met with Badri Vishal there, and he got the blessing from Lord Badrinath that he will be the protector of the teachings of the Veda, because already teachings of the Vedas were misinterpreted by others before he came. There was heavy Mayavad influence on the interpretation. So therefore, he very firmly established his Siddhanta. In his Siddhanta, he accepts Narayana as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is a difference between Jiva and Narayana, and the supreme goal of attaining salvation is to be engaged in loving devotional service unto the Personality of Godhead. Right? And we know these are also our Siddhantas. We also believe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he established Achintya Bhedabhed Tattva. Mahaprabhu says simultaneously Jiva is one and different from the Supreme. And we accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is Adi Narayana. Narayanastam nahi sarva-dehinam. Right? Brahmā says. So we understand. And also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has established that devotional service, in the loving devotional service, is the highest goal for the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prema pumarthamahan. So in that way, we are in the line of Madhvacharya, and we are engaged in serving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by following some of his teachings, and also we have the conclusive understanding from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as far as his writings are concerned, Srila Madhvacharya's writing, he has given very elaborate commentary on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, especially stressing to the point that there is a difference between Narayana and Jiva. Then, of course, he has given Bhashya on Vedanta Sutra. He has given an elaborate Bhashya on Mahabharata called Mahabharata Tatparya Nirnaya. Sometimes Vaishnavas, they don't understand how, not Vaishnavas they understand. Sometimes outside people, they don't understand, the intricate philosophy which is reflected in Mahabharata. But in Mahabharata Tatparya Nirnaya, Srila Madhvacharya has reconciled all those apparent contradictions or confusions, you can say. It's a very nice book. Our devotees should read that book actually, Mahabharata Tatparya Nirnaya. And also, all total, I think 37 commentaries he has written in different Vedic literatures. He was a very strong preacher of the Bhagavata Siddhanta. Also, he has given commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam also. So, on this auspicious day, yes, we are supposed to conclude the class now. Time is coming to end. So, on this auspicious day, we can pray to Madhvacharya for his protection, so that we can also fulfill his desire by following the path given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to us. So before I conclude, maybe you have any question or comment? Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, we come to this material world to enjoy, yeah? We come to this material world to enjoy ourselves.
Okay.
So why we are not able to enjoy?
Why we are not able to enjoy?
Yeah. Why we have to only serve Krishna, then only we can
Because
enjoy.
you don't know how to enjoy. You say you have come here to enjoy and you are not able to enjoy because you don't know how to enjoy. Did you understand?
Yeah.
No, you didn't understand. You didn't understand. Who is the supreme enjoyer?
Krishna.
This you know, right?
Yeah.
So if he is the supreme enjoyer, will it not be foolish when somebody is trying to enjoy separately from the supreme enjoyer?
No, but like we came here to enjoy like separately, no? So therefore we are here. We came here to enjoy separately, so we are here.
Listen,
so we should
listen,
enjoy
listen.
here.
That is a fault, no? You want to enjoy, no? You said we came to enjoy, but we are not able to enjoy. Why? Then I said, because you don't know how to enjoy. The point is, if just, forget about Krishna. Let us talk about, do you know there is a cricket match? Sometimes they play cricket.
Yeah.
You know cricket?
Yes.
How many players are there in one team?
I think 12.
11. 11 or 12? 11. Hey.
One is empire.
Okay. There are 11 players. And there is one captain, Nayak, right? You tell me, if these 10 players, if they don't cope up with the captain, they become independent, Now, the captain knows the opposite side batsman, if I want to defeat him, then I need to choose a spin bowler. Okay? Then he says, oh, he can throw spin ball. Then he will kind of counteract him, because then he will be just defending him. He will not be able to increase the run. Okay? So he knows, who knows? Captain knows very well. So he chose the spin bowler to come and face him. Instead, if no, why should this spin bowler? Why not me? I can put pace ball. Then every ball he will be running 6. He will lose the game. Do you think then the team will be happy?
No.
So to win the game, to be happy, what the team members do?
Follow the instruction of captain.
Yes. So here the captain is Krishna. So very simple, and it's not that I am saying you accept Krishna is captain, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarkacharya, Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How many evidences you want? They have said he is the Nayaka, he is the chief captain of this universe. It's very simple. We just, join with his team to help him, play nicely in this world. He's playing actually. Krishna's creation is one of his play. Unfortunately, people, they think Krishna's pastime, his play is only that is narrated what it is in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. This creation is also one of the play of Krishna. And we are in this creation. So we need to learn what kind of play he wants to perform. And understanding his desire, when we, start jumping with him, that is real enjoyment. Just like all the team members in the cricket match, when they follow the rhythm of the captain, they win the game and they enjoy the success. They celebrate the success. If they don't cooperate, they will not celebrate, they will not enjoy the success. So we don't want to enjoy again individually, we want to enjoy collectively. That is why Prabhupada has established this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Not that a society for Krishna consciousness meant for only a group of people from India. Krishna is not God for Indians. So therefore, we want to enjoy not only with Indians, we want to enjoy with all the people of all the continents of this world. Even according to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we want to enjoy even the entities who are living in the moon planet. That is your enjoyment. Don't feel this pretty enjoyment. You are eating something in the restaurant and wearing some good, dress and wearing a good suit. That is enjoyment. That is not enjoyment. That is suffering. Come to Mayapur Institute. We have a nice program starting in 28. So many devotees coming from all over the world to study. Prabhupada's purport very nicely. You are a young boy. Come and study. You will know. This Prabhu was studying. There are so many students, they have been coming and studying. Then you will know how to enjoy. We will teach you how to enjoy there. Okay?
Yeah. I have another question also.
Yeah.
We are parts of Krishna, yeah? So we should also have the 6 opulences which Krishna has because we are the part of him. So why do we don't have that? We don't have all wealth, all beauty, all intelligence.
All
the 6 opulences, why we don't have if we are the part of Krishna?
How can you say you don't have? That's what, what is that philosophy? Says achintya bheda bheda tattva, right? So simultaneously one and different. But the point is, we have minute quantity of Krishna's quality. Krishna, the comparison have been given, we are, the living entities are like a drop from the ocean, and Krishna is like vast body of ocean. So living entities, they have qualities in minute quantity. But that minute quantity, the quality living entities have, when they use it in Krishna's service, that can help them to reach the full potential. On the other hand, when that minute quantity, the quality they have, if it is not used in Krishna's service, then they will be lost in this world and suffering. If you see, you read Isopanishad, Prabhupada is giving this analogy, and if you read the 13th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, very nicely, philosophically very explained, all these concepts, you can understand it very nicely. You see, when the soul attains liberation, there are 8 symptoms, right? Vijara, vimrityu, vishoka, vijighatsa, abhata, papa. So all these qualities are there in the soul. They realize that in liberated platform. Like Lord is vimrityu, vishoka, right? But right now we are always hankering for material things, and when we don't get, we go into depression, shoka, moha, illusion, madness, lamentation, all these are bothering us. But when the living entity becomes, free from the material covering, these things are revealed to him. Even Ramanujacharya also, he explains this concept very clearly in his Bhashya. And if you read our Bhagavad Gita commentary, Baldev Vidyabhushan, he is also referring to these, points. So actually you have, but in minute quantity, the qualities you have in minute quantity. Therefore, I am encouraging you, come to study Mayapur Institute Bhakti Shastri program.
There is another question also.
Okay.
What happens to the super soul after we die?
What happens to super soul?
Yeah, because the soul goes to either hell or heaven to suffer or enjoy.
First, super soul, how super soul is there with you? You see, if now there is sun in the sky, if you keep 100 water pot here, what you will see? There are 100 sun in the 100 pots, right? What happens if you remove one water pot? What will happen to the sun? He is there or not?
He is there.
Where?
In the sky.
Ah, sadhu. That is the concept of super soul. He is in all living entities, just like this moon is reflected in various water pots. When these water pots are destroyed, it's not that his existence is not there. It was just there, but it is already there, so it's a reflection like that, right? So he is in that way, in the heart of all the living entities. When their this material body is destroyed, he is already there. This is how we should understand. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good, thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki, Rameshwar Prabhu ki. Prabhu is very kind to me always.